Welcome to MMA Dogs. My name is Hector, and this is my dog Dan. And we're bringing you
Hey
guys
guys.
a very, very, very special UFC on Fuel TV 8 breakdown fights here. We're breaking them down. It's going to take place in Japan. So let's take a look at a bantamweight fight between Takeya Mizugaki versus Bryan Caraway. Now, why don't we take a look first at Mr. Tate here. He's got 15 of 17 wins via submission. And every time I see this guy fight, I see improvement. So he's definitely working hard. Now here's a problem. He left for Japan just today. So he could experience some serious jet lag. And he's never fought outside the United States. So with that being said, in his last fight, he really, really impressed me. He was in a world of trouble, but he showed a heart, showed determination, and he prevailed. And he actually finished that fight against Gagnon, against the Canadian, and that was very impressive. I really liked that performance from him. And Mizugaki, he's very experienced, very well-rounded. Fan favorite. He's fought the who's who. He's fought Faber. He's fought all kinds of good guys, and he's fighting at home. He's Japanese, fighting in Japan, so it's going to be a very difficult fight for Mr. Tate, Bryan Caraway. So for this particular fight, I'm going to go with the upset on this one. I like the upset special here. I'm going to say Bryan Caraway wins a decision. I capped this fight at plus 210. So at plus 210, plus 220, plus 230, I like it. I like that. Anything underneath that, anything, plus 200, plus 190, I don't like it at all. It's either way, it's only going to be a 3-star bet. So that just means a straight bet, no parlays. And if it goes below plus 210, if it goes plus 200, plus 190, I don't like it. I'll say stay away from it. But anything better than plus 210, and I like it for a straight bet. That's my prediction. My dog, Dan, what do you got to say?
Yeah, Doc, I'm actually kind of surprised on your prediction there. Mizugaki, he's done his thing in the WEC and the UFC, but since he's been in the higher organizations, he really hasn't gone on a streak at all. He's just kind of like back and forth, win lose, win lose,
hot dog.
Just win lose ever since he's been in the UFC. And this Bryan Caraway just fought outside of the United States in his last fight. To correct you, dog, he actually fought in Canada, so he hasn't fought off of
North America,
off of North America soil or anything. But he won his last fight by submission. Late in the fight, and but I really don't see him. This fight's really, because I'm kind of scared of Bryan Caraway, but I really feel like Mizugaki, he's won 2 of his last 3, and in my opinion, he's won his last 3. I really think he got robbed in his last fight in Japan against Chris Carriasso. That one was absolute bullshit. The judges gave Chris Carriasso a 29-28 unanimous decision when he really didn't have anything standing up with Mizugaki, and he got taken down in each round by Mizugaki. But I think the judges were seeing how much he was working off of his back, and Mizugaki wasn't doing enough on top, and I think that's why the decision was what it was. I was just very surprised that it was unanimous. I was really disappointed that not one judge could see all three rounds or even 2 rounds given to Mizugaki. He knocked out Cole Escovedo. He looked absolutely dominant against Jeff Hewlin. And really, in my opinion, he only lost that fight against Brian Bowles back at UFC 132. Since then, he's just been on a tear. Bryan Caraway, he's fought some good guys, and Mark Hominick, Frederick Paisel. But I just feel like the jet lag is going to be a problem for him, and I really feel like Mizugaki is going to come in there possessed and actually break this win-lose situation he's got going on here. He hasn't fought before his last fight in Japan. and he fought in China obviously recently. But before those fights, he really hasn't fought outside of the United States at all since before his WC days. And he had all wins. All of those fights before that were in Japan, and he had all wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 12 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. I really feel like Mizugaki is just going to go in there and possess, and we're going to just see a 3-round beatdown from him against Bryan Caraway. But I'm going to go ahead and say the odds, I like Mizugaki at -180 or less, and anything higher than that is a do not bet. I'm going to go ahead and cap this one as a 3-star straight bet only if the odds are at what I said or better for him. But yeah, I think this is going to be a 3-round decision, and I think it's going to be a pretty dominant decision too. But we'll see what happens. But I'm taking Takeya Mizugaki to win this fight.
There you have it, folks. The MMA dogs are split on this fight. I have faith that Miesha Tate has been teaching Bryan Caraway a thing or two, and my dog's going with the home country, hometown favorite, Mizugaki. Now, let's be clear. I already said it once, but I'll say it again for whoever's not paying attention here. I like Caraway at +210 or better or higher, so +220, +250. In no way am I saying this is even pick 'em. I like him as a nice underdog, and even then a straight bet, not a crazy Hail Mary parlay or anything like that. A straight bet, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the odds are that, and that he doesn't experience any crazy jet lag. But like my dog and I both mentioned here, fighting out of North America, that's a whole different kind of beast than fighting in the U.S., fighting in Canada, fighting Mexico or something like that. It's a whole different animal. So there you have it. We are split. I can't wait for this particular fight, and I want to thank you viewers. Thank you for watching. Please take a minute to subscribe. Actually, it won't even take you a minute. Just take a second to click with your mouse and subscribe to our channel. And all that simply means is that when we get a private jet, we can invite all you guys to come with us to fly around the world and watch these fights somewhere else. But no, seriously, the reason I say that is because I know my dog and I wish we were on a plane with the Tooth and Dana White and Joe Rogan and Lorenzo Fertitta flying over to Japan and watch these fights. But that's okay. We can sit here in San Diego in our nice comfortable homes and watch some UFC. But thank you guys for tuning in. Take a look at MMADAWGS.com. Take a look at our site. We got all kinds of links and fun things and predictions and that kind of thing. And then we're always on Facebook and Twitter. Take a look at that. And Dog, what else you got to say to our viewers?
That's it. If you know anybody that likes to predict or bet MMA, especially the UFC, please let them know about us. We love to have new subscribers, new likes, new followers, as many as we can get. We'll take you guys. Yep, we'll take you guys wherever you guys want to go. But first, we gotta get to where we're going. We gotta catch up to Ariel Helwani and MMA fighting and all those big corporations, big money machines, big machine tanks, corporations of America that we're going up against. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to help us, support us, we really appreciate it. And we'll continue giving you guys this free advice, free tips, and continue bringing successful picks. Last week we did, what did we go on our video picks, Doc? 6-1? 6-1 with Josh Koscheck losing. Yep, Josh Koscheck losing. Even then, my dog and I both told you guys, do not bet. And sure enough, Robbie Lawler came out there and had his way. But now we're changing the topic. So thank you guys for tuning in. Take a look at our channel. Take a look at our website. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye, guys.